Hi, I'm Bronwyn. If you're an author or speaker, you've probably felt this. Amazon. Here, booking links there, a PDF on email, and no single professional page your audience can open after a talk. Today, I'm walking through an example, not a software tour. You don't need 5 tools. You need one calm page. Short, welcome video, buy the book, book a talk, and room for a longer lesson like the one you're about to watch. What follows is that overview. Plain English, pain, first, features, never. Let's press play.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to this explainer, where we are going to completely unpack the ultimate post-presentation solution designed specifically for authors and speakers. Listen, if you spend any amount of time on stages or in front of audiences, we are looking at an immediate pain point today that you absolutely know far too well. It's that messy reality of handing out scattered, disorganized links after every single talk. It's honestly a frustrating end to what is usually a great moment. But the good news? There is a highly specific way to fix it. We're talking about the Bizomedia Complete DFY, or Done For You package. It's a fascinating approach to post-talk marketing, utilizing a beautiful 16:9 landscape video, and we are going to break down exactly how it all works today. So, I want you to really visualize this for a second. What happens right after your keynote? You've just crushed it. You delivered an incredible presentation. The crowd is totally energized. The applause is literally ringing in your ears. And you step off that stage feeling like you have truly deeply connected with the room. It feels amazing, right? But what happens next? What happens in that immediate, critical window right after your talk when the audience is super motivated to learn more from you, buy your book, or maybe even hire you for their own events? Well, that transition from being the authoritative expert on stage to awkwardly sharing your contact and purchase info, that's usually where things completely break down. Because let's be honest, there is a stark contrast between delivering a flawless presentation and what follows immediately after. On one side, you have this incredible high of a seamless, perfectly delivered speech. You looked like a total pro, you sounded authoritative, and the audience was captivated. But then you look at the other side of this comparison, the messy reality. You end up handing out scattered Amazon links for your book, you've got a separate booking link to get on your calendar, and maybe, I don't know, a random PDF link for your slides or bonus materials. You are basically throwing a disorganized handful of links at an audience that's already overwhelmed, and all that professional polish you just built up on stage, it evaporates, like instantly. Which brings us to section 1, the post-talk link problem. Let's see how this builds into a major hurdle. According to our source material, this whole core pain point boils down to a single, powerful reality. You lack a dignified front door. Just think about that metaphor for a second. Without a single unified entry point for your audience to walk through after your presentation, your marketing just feels chaotic. It feels, well, unprofessional. You've essentially built this incredible, gorgeous house with your keynote, but then you're asking people to climb in through the side windows and hop the fence in the backyard to actually do business with you. You've done the hardest part by winning them over, only to completely lose them at the finish line. Let's break down exactly what that lack of a front door looks like on the ground. First off, your attendees are highly motivated right after you speak, but they simply cannot find your buy the book option quickly. It's buried somewhere. Second, event organizers sitting in the crowd who loved your message, and there are always a few, they can't easily find a way to book a talk with you. And third, the really big overarching issue here. These critical actions are not located in one place. Your attendees are losing out on your continued guidance, and you are literally losing out on revenue and future gigs simply because the next steps aren't consolidated for them. All right, moving on to section 2, a dignified front door. Let's look at the solution to this mess. So the absolute crucial point here is establishing exactly what we mean by this. A dignified front door is a single, professional asset where an audience can easily find a speaker's book and booking details all in one place. It completely removes the friction. You aren't asking them to search around. You aren't asking them to click through a confusing maze of different platforms and social media bios. You are giving them one clear, beautifully presented destination that makes buying your book or booking you for their next event the absolute easiest thing they do all day. That takes us right into section 3, the Bizomedia Complete DFY package. This package tackles the scattered link problem head-on by creating a high-quality 16:9 landscape video specifically tailored for authors and speakers. And it's broken down into 3 seamless components. First up, there is a professional presenter intro to really set the stage and hook the viewer. Second is the core element, your lesson video, which is where your actual expertise shines through. And third, a really strong presenter outro that wraps it all up with a clear call to action. The true beauty of this done-for-you package is that all three of these distinct components, the intro, the lesson, and the outro, are stitched perfectly together into one single cohesive 16:9 video asset. It's highly polished, and it gives you exactly that professional front door we were just talking about.
Now, in the world of professional video editing and marketing assets, clarity is everything, right? So let's talk about the cost for this entire stitched together 16:9 landscape video asset. It is exactly $299 US. That's it. That is the straightforward reality of the complete DFY package. There are no complicated tiers to do code, no hidden fees, just a clear single price point of $299 US to completely transform your post-hoc marketing. Let's shift gears to Section 4, the risk-free creation process. This is where it gets really interesting. This workflow relies on incredibly plain English across 3 super simple steps. Step 1, you just send in your script. That's it. Then step 2, and this is really where the magic happens and the financial risk completely disappears, the team builds a full watermarked preview of your stitched together video. You get to see exactly what the final product will look like with your intro, your lesson, and your outro all combined. And finally, step 3, you pay only when you approve that watermarked preview. Actually, think about how rare that is. You aren't hoping for the best before you spend a dime. You ensure the asset perfectly represents your brand first, making it a completely risk-free way to build that professional front door.
And finally, Section 5. 1 link, not 5. Let's bring this all home.
This right here is the ultimate relief of the Bizzo Media solution. Instead of managing 5 scattered tools, trying to remember your Amazon author page, your Calendly link, your separate website landing pages, the whole shebang, you replace that entire frustrating pile of tools with one single link. It's a total game changer. You deliver an amazing keynote, and when someone rushes up and asks, "Hey, how can I get your book or bring you to my company?" you don't hesitate, you don't fumble. You just hand them one clean, powerful link that leads directly to your perfectly stitched 16:9 video asset. It is absolutely the ultimate professional follow-up.
So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this final, really powerful thought. How much more business will you actually capture at your next event when your audience only needs to remember one single link? Imagine the relief of walking off that stage completely stress-free about your follow-up marketing, knowing for sure that your dignified front door is open, it's ready, and it's making it incredibly easy for your audience to take the next step with you. Thanks so much for joining me today. And hey, here's to making your next post-talk experience just as flawless as your keynotes.
So that was the full story. 1 link, 1 brand, intro, and lesson on the same page. This is our complete package, $299 US. Presenter intro, your lesson, and outro in one video. Watermarked preview before you pay. This is a fictional demo, not a real author you can book. Want a video like this for your book, talks, or workshops? Scroll down and request your video. Thanks for watching. I'm Bronwyn.